The moment everything fell apart at my wedding happened less than 5 minutes before the ceremony started. Guests were already seated. Music was playing softly. My best friend Alex was standing beside me as my best man. Everything felt perfect. Then someone suddenly entered the venue and shouted my name. At first, I thought it was a late guest, but the look on their face told me something was very wrong. And within the next 60 seconds, the happiest day of my life turned into complete chaos. My name is Daniel. I am 31 years old, and until that day I believed I had finally built the life I always wanted. 3 years earlier, I had met Emma through mutual friends. From the beginning, our connection felt natural. Emma was thoughtful, intelligent, and calm in a way that balanced my personality perfectly. Our relationship developed slowly. We spent weekends exploring the city, talking about work, and sharing stories about our families. Over time, it became clear that our goals aligned. We both valued stability, honesty, and building a life that felt meaningful rather than dramatic. 2 years into our relationship, I proposed during a quiet evening at a restaurant where we had our first date. Emma said yes immediately. The following months were filled with excitement. Planning the ceremony, choosing the venue, coordinating family travel. Like most couples preparing for a wedding, we experienced occasional stress. But overall, everything moved forward smoothly. Both families supported the relationship. Friends were enthusiastic. The guest list slowly grew as invitations were sent. By the time the wedding day finally arrived, nearly everyone important in our lives had gathered in one place. It felt like the beginning of a new chapter. What we did not know was that someone attending the ceremony had been carrying a secret that would change everything. The wedding venue was a beautiful garden surrounded by tall trees and warm lights. Guests arrived early and took their seats while soft music played in the background. Inside the preparation room, Emma was getting ready with her sister Olivia and several close friends. I was in another room with my best man Alex and two other friends. Everyone was relaxed, excited. The atmosphere felt calm. Alex joked about how nervous I looked. "You are about to get married," he said. "Being nervous is normal." But the truth was, I was not nervous. I was happy. For months, I had imagined this exact moment. Walking down the aisle, seeing Emma smiling, beginning the life we had planned together. Eventually, the wedding coordinator entered the room and said the ceremony would begin in 5 minutes. Guests were seated. The officiant was ready. Everything was perfectly timed. Then something strange happened. One of the venue staff members entered quickly and whispered something to the coordinator. Their expressions changed immediately. The coordinator walked toward me with a concerned look. "Daniel, someone is asking to speak with you," she said. At this moment, I asked. She nodded. "They said it is urgent." Alex frowned slightly. "Who is it?" The coordinator hesitated before answering. "A woman named Laura." The name meant nothing to me at first. But the moment I stepped outside the preparation room, I saw her standing near the entrance. And suddenly, I realized exactly who she was. Laura had dated me briefly, nearly 4 years earlier. Our relationship had ended quickly and quietly. We both agreed we were not compatible. After that, we lost contact completely. Seeing her at my wedding made no sense. She looked nervous, almost desperate. "Daniel, I need to talk to you," she said. "Now." At first I assumed Laura simply wanted closure about our past. Perhaps seeing the wedding invitation on social media had brought back emotions. But the expression on her face suggested something much more serious. "What is going on?" I asked. Laura took a deep breath. Then she said the sentence that instantly made my heart race. "You need to know the truth before you marry Emma." The moment those words left her mouth, everything around me felt frozen. "What truth?" I asked. Laura hesitated. Then she said something that changed the entire situation. "I did not come here to ruin your wedding, but someone had to tell you." She explained that she had recently discovered something through a mutual friend. Emma had been involved in another relationship during the early months when Emma and I first started dating. At first, that detail did not seem shocking. Our relationship had begun casually. But Laura continued speaking. "The problem is not the relationship," she said. "It is who it was with." The name she said next made my mind go blank. "Alex, my best friend." The man standing beside me as my best man. For a moment, I could not speak. The idea sounded impossible. Alex had been my closest friend for more than 10 years. He was the person who introduced Emma and me in the first place. "You must be mistaken," I said. Laura shook her head slowly. "I wish I was." She explained that she had seen messages between Emma and Alex through a mutual acquaintance who knew both of them. According to those conversations, their relationship had continued secretly for several months after Emma and I began dating seriously. The timeline suggested something even worse. The relationship may have continued even after Emma accepted my proposal. My mind filled with questions, doubt, confusion. I thanked Laura and walked back inside the venue slowly. Music was still playing. Guests were smiling and talking. No one inside knew the storm now building in my mind. Alex saw me enter and immediately noticed my expression. "What happened?" he asked. For several seconds I said nothing. Then I asked the question that changed everything. "Did you ever have a relationship with Emma?" The room suddenly felt silent. Alex's reaction was immediate. His face turned pale. And that was the moment I knew Laura had not been lying. The conversation that followed was chaotic and emotional. Alex admitted that he and Emma had briefly dated before introducing her to me. However, he insisted that their relationship ended before Emma, and I became serious. When Emma arrived a few minutes later, she confirmed the same story. The timeline was messy and confusing, but eventually the truth became clear. Emma and Alex had dated briefly during the early stage of our social circle. When Alex realized the relationship was not working, he introduced Emma to me because he believed we would be more compatible. Neither of them expected our relationship to become serious so quickly. Their past connection was something they avoided discussing because they believed it would create unnecessary tension. Laura had discovered only part of the story and assumed the worst. After several long conversations that day, the situation slowly settled. The ceremony was delayed by nearly an hour. Guests were confused, but eventually Emma and I walked down the aisle together. Because despite the chaos, the most important truth remained simple. Emma and I trusted each other. And trust mattered more than rumors. Weddings are supposed to be perfect. But real life rarely follows perfect plans. Sometimes unexpected moments test the strength of a relationship in ways no one anticipates. If you were in that situation, what would you do? Would you cancel the wedding immediately? Or would you take time to understand the full story first? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoy dramatic real-life stories about relationships, secrets, and unforgettable moments, subscribe to the channel. Because the next story might surprise you even more.